Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and you are preparing pretty well for the DBT JRF examination because only a week is left. So this is the day 25 of the free BET crash course in which I am going to discuss some of the important questions that can be asked in this upcoming exam. I have also included the point-wise explanation of all the questions I will discuss. So include that key points in your notes so that can be helpful for your future exam related to life sciences. So stay tuned and hit the like button if you like my efforts, and please subscribe my channel if you want more. So let's start with the very first question. So this is the question number 1, which says that DNA ligase is. So you have to mention the function of the DNA ligase. So DNA ligase is an enzyme that joins the fragments in normal DNA replication, or an enzyme involved in protein synthesis, or an enzyme of bacterial origin which cuts DNA at defined base sequence, an enzyme that facilitates transcription of specific gene, an enzyme which limits the level to which a particular nutrient reaches. So you all must be aware about the enzymes that are important in the DNA replication process as well as the genetic engineering process. So you must be aware that what is the role of the DNA ligase. So basically it is an enzyme known as a molecular glue. So in genetic engineering, DNA ligase is commonly referred to as molecular glue, and the restriction endonuclease enzymes are regarded as the molecular scissors because they cut at a specific sequence, and the DNA ligase is used to seal or used to join the DNA fragments in a normal DNA replication as well as in the genetic engineering. So the correct option is option A. So in this question we have studied two different enzymes, that is the molecular scissor, which is the restriction endonuclease restriction enzymes, and also the molecular glue, which is the DNA ligase. So the exact role of this DNA ligase is responsible for joining the Okazaki fragments during the DNA replication process, and how it does is it seals the nicks in the sugar phosphate backbone of the newly synthesized DNA, and therefore it is responsible for joining the Okazaki fragment during the replication process. Now we will solve the question number 2. So this is the question number 2, which says that an HFR strain of E. coli contains. So firstly you should know about the HFR strain, that what is HFR strain. So firstly, to understand an HFR strain you must know about the F factor. So let's study that what is the F factor and what is F plus and F minus. So basically this F stands for the fertility factor. It means F is showing the fertility factor, and therefore when it is present in the bacteria it will be termed as the F plus, and if it is absent, it means if the F factor is absent in some bacteria it will be termed as F minus. So this F factor is the fertility factor on which a conjugation process of the bacteria depends. So the factor, if it is present in the donor cell, it is represented as F plus, and if it is absent in the recipient cell, that is termed as the F minus. So this F factor contains several genes that are responsible and that are required for the conjugation process. For example, some of these genes encode the important genes responsible for the formation of the sex pili or the sex pilus, which are the slender extension of the cell membrane. It means कुछ बैक्टीरिया में जो डोनर बैक्टीरिया होते हैं उनके में ये फर्टिलिटी फैक्टर प्रेजेंट होता है. इट एक्ट एज अ डोनर सेल, एंड द बैक्टीरिया लैकिंग दिस एफ फैक्टर, दैट इज द फर्टिलिटी फैक्टर, इज रेफर्ड टू एज द एफ माइनस. अगर प्रेजेंट है तो एफ प्लस, नहीं है तो एफ माइनस, एंड the bacteria having the F factor will be acting as the donor, and the bacteria which lacks the F factor will be acting as the recipient cell. Now this F factor contains several important genes that are responsible to complete the conjugation process. For example, some of these gene encode the sex pili or the sex pilus, which is the slender extension of the cell membrane, and a cell containing the F produces the sex pili, one of which make contact with the receptor on an F minus cell, and therefore the two cells come together. यानी कि एक बैक्टीरिया जिसके पास फर्टिलिटी फैक्टर है वो क्या करेगा, पाइलस बनाने में हेल्प करेगा सेल के, एंड देयरफॉर जिस बैक्टीरिया में एफ पाइलस नहीं है वो क्या करेगा, उन दो बैक्टीरिया को कांटेक्ट में लाने का काम करता है. देयरफॉर कॉन्जुगेशन कैन टेक प्लेस ओनली बिटवीन अ सेल दैट पोजेस एफ एंड अ सेल दैट लैक्स एफ. It means if I simplify this whole process, let's suppose this is a bacteria which is F plus, this will have gene for the formation of the sex pilus, that is the slender extension of the cell membrane, and then this is responsible for attaching the another bacteria which is lacking the F factor, that is the fertility factor, and therefore the conjugation process starts. तो ये होता है conjugation process. Now what is HFR? Now firstly, this HFR stands for the high frequency strain. It means H for high and FR stands for the frequency. High frequency strains. So these are the strains during which the conjugation transfers the genetic material or the genes in the F plasmid from the F plus, in which the F fertility factor is present, to the F minus strain, but it does not account for the transfer of chromosomal genes observed by the Liederberg and Totem. It means जो F factor होता है वो integrate हो जाता है bacterial chromosome में, therefore the HFR cells behave as F plus cells, and therefore it will form the sex pilus and undergoing the conjugation with F minus cells. Let me make this very clear through the diagram. So let's see the explanation through the diagram. So this is the diagram of a F factor which is integrated into the bacterial chromosome in an HFR cell, that is high frequency strain. So this is the F plus cell in which the F factor, that is the fertility factor, which is present. The bacterial cell in which the fertility factor is present is regarded as the F plus cell, and this is the normal bacterial chromosome, this blue circle, and if it is transferred to the F minus strain, and also when this F factor is integrated with the bacterial chromosome, then that is regarded as the HFR cell. यानी कि ये जो फर्टिलिटी फैक्टर था वो क्या हुआ, वो क्रॉसिंग ओवर के थ्रू क्या हो गया, बैक्टीरियल क्रोमोसोम में ही इंटीग्रेट हो गया. दिस रेड सर्कल इज इंटीग्रेटेड इनसाइड दिस ग्रीन सर्कल, दैट इज नोन एज द HFR. So this is how the fertility factor from the F plus plasmid is transferred to the HFR strain, and again it is incorporated into the or integrated into the bacterial chromosome. Therefore this is the HFR cell. Let's move on to the option. So an HFR strain of E. coli contains a vector of yeast or bacterial origin which is used to make many copies of particular DNA sequence, or a bacterial chromosome with a human gene inserted. No. A bacterial chromosome with the F factor inserted. Yes, this is the correct option. A human chromosome with a transposable element inserted. No. A bacterial chromosome with a phage inserted. No. So you must be able to answer that what is an HFR strain. एंड इसके साथ ही साथ आपको ये भी पता चल गया होगा कि F प्लस क्या है, F माइनस क्या है, एंड ऑल्सो F है क्या. सो नाउ करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन सी. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, that is duplication is. So is it an exchange between the non-homologous chromosome resulting in chromosome with new genes adjacent to each other? No. A loss of genes in part of a chromosome? No. Duplication word से अगर आप जाएंगे तो duplication means extra होना चाहिए. So an extra copy of the gene on part of a chromosome. So this is the correct option. Fourth option is a reversal of order of a gene on a chromosome. No, that is inversion. An extra set of chromosome in an organism. No, extra set होता है तो वो क्या हो जाता है, पॉलीप्लॉइडी हो जाता है. सो आप अगर वर्ड्स पे भी अटेंशन देंगे तो आप करेक्ट आंसर तक पहुंच सकते हैं. सो डुप्लीकेशन, इट मीन्स द टर्म सजेस्ट दैट देयर शुड बी अ एक्स्ट्रा copy. So extra copy of what? If it is an extra set of chromosome, then that will be termed as the polyploidy. So it's an extra copy of the gene on a part of a chromosome. So duplication is termed as an extra copy on the gene on a part of a chromosome. So correct option will be option C. So you can quickly understand that if it is a chromosome carrying the gene A, B, C, D, and if it is duplicated, that if a gene, that is the A gene, if it is duplicated, then it will be A, B, C, D. यानी कि A जो है वो इस क्रोमोसोम में क्या हो गया, A जीन जो है वो डुप्लीकेट हो गया. सो दिस इज द टर्म डुप्लीकेशन. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, that is the transcriptional activator protein. So this is the question 4 in which it is asked that transcriptional activator is, what is the role of transcriptional activator proteins? So does it involve in the transcribing a messenger of a DNA template? No. It is responsible for binding to ribosome to activate the production of specific protein? No. Are produced during an infection? Totally no. Are essential to function of transfer RNAs during translation? No. Bind region near a eukaryotic gene and allow an RNA polymerase to transcribe a gene? Yes, this is the correct option. So the transcriptional activator proteins just bind region near a eukaryotic gene and it allows the RNA polymerase to transcribe a gene, and therefore this type of question can be asked and it will be asked in this DBT JRF examination. So read it carefully. Question बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट DBT में नहीं आते हैं, ओनली बेसिक पे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी अपना कॉमन सेंस यूज़ करेंगे सो यू विल बी एबल टू आंसर मोर देन 20 क्वेश्चन विथ योर कॉमन सेंस ओनली. आपने पढ़ा ट्रांसक्रिप्शनल एक्टिवेटर प्रोटीन, तो एक्टिवेटर का रोल क्या होता है? एक्टिवेटर शब्द का ही मतलब होता है किसी चीज़ को स्टिमुलेट करना, ट्रिगर करना, एक्टिवेट करना. सो अगर आप देखेंगे कि ये ट्रांसक्राइब अ मैसेंजर ऑफ तो ये करेगा नहीं बिकॉज इट इज़ एक्टिवेटिंग, and also it binds to the ribosome to activate the production of specific proteins. ये भी नहीं करेगा बिकॉज जो ट्रांसक्रिप्शनल एक्टिवेटर है वो कहीं ना कहीं यूकैरियोटिक जीन के ट्रांसक्रिप्शन से रिलेटेड होगा. तो आपको कीवर्ड्स ढूंढने हैं करेक्ट आंसर तक पहुंचने के लिए. अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी आपने पढ़ा है, बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं पढ़ा है, तो भी आप ऐसे अटेम्प्ट करेंगे क्वेश्चन को तो डेफिनेटली आप आंसर तक पहुंच सकते हैं. सो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ऑप्शन ई. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 5, that is the differential distribution of substances in the egg most typically results in. So the differential distribution of any substances in an egg is the differences in the gene expression which may establish a pattern in the embryo as the cells divide. So this is the correct option. Differential distribution is not related to the amplification of specific genes during the development or development of polyploid tissue. No. Loss of specific genes. No. Dominance of a gene derived from the father. No. So you can simply go to the answer that differential distribution means कि जो किसी भी egg में during the fertilization process कोई भी substance का अगर distribution होता है अलग अलग axis पे, so that is known as the differences in the gene expression which may establish a pattern. जो कि हम अलग अलग पैटर्न पढ़ते हैं, लाइक हम एरोबिडोप्सिस में एक पैटर्न पढ़ते हैं, ड्रोसोफिला में एक पैटर्न पढ़ते हैं, प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स दोनों में ही हम अलग अलग पैटर्न पढ़ते हैं जीन एक्सप्रेशन का. सो दैट इज ओनली ड्यू टू डिफरेंसेस इन द एक्सिस एंड डिफरेंसेस इन द जीन एक्सप्रेशन ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर एक्सिस. सो इसका आंसर भी आप इजीली वर्कआउट कर सकते थे कि जो डिफरेंशियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है किसी भी सब्सटेंस का एक एग में, तो वो कैसे होता होगा. हम लोग एरोबिडोप्सिस की बात करें तो एरोबिडोप्सिस में भी एक्सिस वाइज होता होगा ट्रांसफ़र, एंड इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट एन एनिमल सेल तो उनके एग में जो ट्रांसफ़र होता है किसी भी सब्सटेंस का एक्सिस वाइज, सो दैट इज़ नोन एज द डिफरेंशियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ सब्सटेंसेज इन द एग. तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन हो गया ऑप्शन ए. नाउ ओनली वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट द एरोबिडोप्सिस. सो दिस इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. Question number 6. which says that Arabidopsis is advantageous for plant genetic research because it is commercially important as a food crop? No. It is an endangered species? No. It is closest to humans of any existing plant? No. It is a small plant with a small genome size which can be raised inexpensively. Yes, this is the correct option. It is a close relative of corn? No. So Arabidopsis को क्यों लिया जाता है plant genetic research में? So the reason is very much obvious that it is a small plant with a very small genome size and that can be grow very inexpensively in a very shorter time duration. So this was all for today. If you liked today's video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel for more. Thank you so much for watching.